Hi and welcome to this video. In this video we do a little bit more work on getting wings rigged, or at least one wing anyway. So join me and I'll show you what I've been up to. Right, I had to modify this rib here and this one here slightly on this side. I've yet to work out what I need to do on the other side, just to allow for the control rod to go through. And just there I've had to put a slight loop into the cutaway on the side of the fuselage. Sort of shows a little bit better just there, look. What I did was I set the my inclinometer, my digital inclinometer on the upright here, zeroed the control column, and then with the control lock there in on the control surface, marked up and cut. Well, marked up the rod here, taken it out, cut it off, and it's just temporarily in, so I can actually, it wiggles in and out, so that needs to be final assembled. So one goes on the front there, the other one goes on the rear, hence there might be some slight differences on the cutouts on the ribs to get the clearances. With that done, I checked the range of movement. I zeroed the digital inclinometer on here with the stop in position. Took the stop out like that, measured the amount of droop we've got, which is nice because it pushes the control column fully over onto the stop, and then moving the control column over fully onto the stop that way, measured the angle that we have there. So there we go, we've got our range of motion. And for those of you who are interested, I've got 18 degrees of down from the neutral and 25 degrees of up, which means I've got the minimum amount of down aileron in accordance with the manual, and the maximum amount of up, which is great because that gives the best differential, so in theory should have the least amount of adverse yaw. Right, well, the T88's got to go off over there, and so I want to get this slot in, and I can use that rod there, make the other one match it exactly for length, and then any slight deviation can be adjusted out on the eye end there to get everything zeroed. But I'm really happy with the way everything's gone so far. Time to put the rod end in. So I've done this one. This is bonded currently with T88. It's yet to have the rivets put in. I'll let the T88 cure. I'll just show you what I do. In here is a T88 which has been mixed, done by weight, and I will apply the T88 inside the tube. This has been degreased, wire brushed with a stainless steel brush inside there, and degreased again. So I've put quite a coat in there. Sorry about the heater making noises, but that's what it does. And a small amount around here on the actual piece going in. Try to make it as even as I can. Like that. And then I just put it in. I do a twisting action as I go. That just helps to distribute the glue. There should be a bead of glue appear up on the side because it's a reasonably close tolerance fit. Just go around here with a glove like that. That gets rid of the excess. And we'll leave that now for at least 12 hours for it to cure off. And then I'll drill it and put rivets in, monometal rivets, and I'll show you what that all looks like at that point. Yeah, so hopefully it all get degreased and painted and look all nice and green, the same way as all the other bits are, ready to go. I've got enough adjustment there to keep so I can set up both wings with the ailerons neutral, and yeah, the range of movement came out just perfectly for the book. So we'll see how we get on. I'll show you the riveted bits, and I'm hoping they'll get the opportunity to put the lower wings back on again with these in situ, improve the aileron system, and get the top wing in. I've drilled the rivets holes in, so it's 20mm in from the joint there to there, and if I remember rightly, yeah, 32 to the centre of that one. And on this side here we've got 26mm, so they're opposing, and the rivets in between. There's three, and they're high shear monometal rivets are going into those points. So I'll put those in, then I'll just tap the very edge of the rivet so it curves it around the tube. It's acceptable practice to do that rather than having them sitting out flat. Okay, so I just want to tap the edges of these rivets down. It's just what that does is it stops her from if it gets at all loose, from being able to rotate around. It reduces the speed at which it can erode the hull. That's one thing it can do. But the other thing it does is it just makes it slightly less likely to catch on things. Well, there we have one wing, sort of semi-rigged. If you can see, but that's 3 degrees of dihedral there, and where are we? One degree of dihedral there, near enough. I've done the drilling backwards and forwards here to get a bolt in, which sits at a slant going down that way, which is actually perpendicular to the spar. So that's how it is. That's not a problem. I'm going to make up tapered spaces to go into there. That's drilled and reamed to its final size. The one at the rear isn't, because I want to take that plate out and rework it. Let's see if I can sort of show you a little bit closer up. It's just touching here, so that's got to be dressed. That's something I didn't want to do. Well, there we go, I'm going to have to dress that. But the wing is actually, I measure from the plate here to there, and from the plate here to there it's parallel, so it's rigged correctly that way with the right sweep. So it's just this has got, it's not quite rounded. It says supplied by Fisher, so I think I need to round that just a little bit more, get myself a little bit of clearance there so it doesn't chew away on there. And then I've got to take this plate off, which is a bit of a pain to do, but I'll have to do it because I've got excess material sticking out the top there, which I don't like. We'll see, we'll get that rattled down just a little bit. That's what we're anticipating, having some of these little issues. The aircraft is of course rigged that way and that way, and the instance of this main plane is exactly the same as the instance on that main plane, so they've got the same angles on them. Well, there we go, chubby little fellow. So I'm going to have a little look and see how well the end strut fits in there, and then from that I'll work out what I'm going to do for pipe work there. And I might have a go at rigging up the other wing, but to tell you the truth, I've given myself a bit of a strain and a stress doing it this time, so I might give it a couple of days or so and have another go, but we'll see what happens. Oh, the other thing which is done now, the aileron system is operating. We're getting 18 degrees of down and 25 degrees of up. I've got to make up some spacers just to go there for the rod ends. But that's it. She's looking good there. I've got the locks in, so I can't wiggle the stick for you, but it is doing its job. So we're getting a bit closer. Yeah, we've just got to get all that off apart and repainted once I've got all this faff around factored in. I've just checked things out for the interplane struts to see how things should go. It should go from that point there up to that point there, and yes, that strut's got the piece of tube supplied has got roughly near enough the right bend in it, but the one that's going to go from there up to the front and the rear one there down to here, unfortunately, yeah, they need to be bent by 30 degrees, so 30 degree bend on it. So I can work out what I need to get sorted out a little bit to get the strut sorted. I've got this wing rigged. Okay, back in the shed, I've stripped all the paint off the rear plate. So I've dismantled this section, and I've matched the drill, the holes each side, so we should be able to fit the wing and have that sort of tied in with a small size 5mm screw or pin rather, and then we can just drill it through to its final size. The actual plates themselves are definitely out of sorts. I'll show you what I mean, because it was fouling on this section here on those. If I actually put that there, you can see that there's quite a chunk of excess material this way, so I'm going to have to file those back to get the clearance so that they don't foul those brackets. So that's a job to do. You can sort of see how it's just touched the edge there. So that's need to be repainted. That'll be repainted. These need to be dressed and sorted out for both wings. I can then reassemble this little lot, and then I've got other jobs to do. I'm going to make the spacer pieces to go in here at the top, like a washer, and then I've got to get the tool out to make the tapered washers to go either side of the cheek here and either side of the rear cheek. So I'll make those up at some point. But it got a bit too cold outside. Well, that's it for this video. Didn't quite get things finished off because we had a little bit of a blow come through the UK on New Year's Day. That stopped me from making flying wires and rigging the second wing. And I've got a little bit of repair work to do on the property. But hey ho, we got some things done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you all a very happy new year. So catch you in the next video. Bye now.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.